Welcome to this madhouse, madhouse.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match. Introducing first, from Belfast, Northern Ireland, Carlos. Now, Carlos here has every reason to be angry going into this Extreme Rules match. Hurt not once but twice by Rey Mysterio at Love Trainwreck, which has caused that backstage brawl, which has now led to her wanting revenge. And her opponent from San Diego, California, WWE Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio. So today, Carlos sees the Rey as the inferior Mysterio, something that she has never wanted to say about her mentor, but his actions at Love Trainwreck have caused this. Okay, so the bell has now rung. This Extreme Rules matchup between Carlos and Rey Mysterio is now underway, and immediately the student is overpowering the teacher at this point. Very strong start from Carlos from the top, and she actually executes a top move for once. Now, this was her choice for her birthday matchup. Happy birthday to Carlos, by the way. But went for the submission, but Rey's done enough to scramble himself out of it. But with a few high kicks and a few slaps for good measure, Carlos is definitely putting Rey back in his place. Oh, definitely flexing from the top. It appears what she got planned from up there. Oh! Double knees right to the shoulder. She is really not giving Rey a moment's rest at all, is she? Definitely is leading the charge in on this one, but she has now brought out a ladder, which she surprisingly put through Rey Mysterio. Somehow, do not ask me how the physics works in this game, and the fact you can just pull out a ladder and you'll somehow put them through the opponent, but here we are. But now Rey's starting to wake up a little bit in this matchup, has gotten the ladder out of Carlos's hands, and it has appeared now to be putting in repeated strikes to Carlos on the ringside. That's not good. Oof. That's not good. That's flattening Carlos at this moment in time. Now, there are no countouts in an Extreme Rules match, let's remind you. But this is the complete rule stipulation that Carlos wanted. She wanted revenge on Rey Mysterio from what happened at Love Trainwreck. The Rey Mysterio who has since brought out a kendo stick. You're hearing the Madhouse crowd out there right now. They are wanting tables at this moment in time, but they see a suicide dive which we thought wouldn't have worked, but it turns out it might have done. Who really knows? Maybe that was a botched move which resulted in a very hard sell there by Carlos. Either way, Rey has thrown Carlos back into the ring, having gotten a grip on themselves. But looking to kick things up a gear. Oh, giving Carlos a bit of a taste of her own medicine here with his signature Booyaka Booyaka 619. Rey Mysterio telling Carlos that's how you pull it off. But we're not quite sure what he was intending to do there, but it didn't quite Pull it off. Net breaker just for good measure there. And a nice little bomb drop there from Carlos as she is looking to regain the momentum in this matchup, which I think she very easily could do so. Now Carlos is going back out to the outside, lifts up the mat. They wanted tables earlier, but instead she has brought out a hammer. Cling, clang, cling, clang, still the hammer came down. Some real brutal force there being unleashed on the Rey with that hammer. And there we go, she's working the legs there of Carlos quite close to the ropes there. Could this result in a rope break? No, it does result in a kick out at 2 on this instance. What a standing Spanish fly from the top right turnbuckle there. That was incredible. That was incredible. Carlos laying out and reminding us that she can actually hit moves from the top rope. Why she can't do this in a standard Madhouse episode, we have absolutely no idea. But we are seeing the brutal force once again with the hammer. But now Rey wants Carlos back on her feet. What on earth's he got planned? Who's that? Oh! They managed to take the official out there as well. Hopefully that's not going to prove too costly of a move. Adrian Butler's down temporarily. Frog splash there by Carlos. But there's no sense in her going for the pin as the official is still down. So what can she do at this juncture? She'll go for a moonsault off the middle turnbuckle. That's pretty cool in itself. Now the official's back. She's going for the pin right here. Now, some would argue that was a rather slow count there from Adrian Butler. We're not sure if it was him trying to regain his composure from that matchup or what it could have been, but that count did seem a bit on the slow side. But now Rey Mysterio has made his way back ringside. He's picked up the kendo set once again, but is not being given a moment to do anything with it. Carlos is going for the pin again right here. Another count at 2. But fair play to Carlos. She is keeping up the pressure. She is maintaining these repeated pin attempts. Even if they're not coming off of anything, she is still maintaining these pin attempts. But what a drop there from Rey Mysterio. Could that floor Carlos? No, Carlos has got the resilience to kick out at 1. But what a matchup this has proven to be so far. At this point, I don't think we're over just yet. Oh, rolled up by Carlos. Roll up, roll up. Rey kicks out at 2 once again. Carlos must be thinking, what on earth has she got to do to put this guy away? But can the student show she's learned from the teacher? 619! Carlos hasn't often hit many of those in the Madhouse, but she certainly hits that one. Now what she got planned from the top. Diving knees. Misses with the hammer. Somehow doesn't connect with the hammer again. Is set face first into the head of that hammer. Now Rey is working that left arm of Carlos, setting her down, stomping her back. Now she's slowly getting back to her feet there, but it's a question of how much more is she going to be able to take at this point, at this juncture in this match. She has held her own very well here against Rey Mysterio, who's went for a throw of the hammer but missed rather badly. But what does she go? Oh, she went for something here but wasn't quite able to pull it off. Oh, Rey Mysterio managing to turn that round with like a Mexican Destroyer-esque move of his own there. Hits Carlos in the head with the hammer. Carlos kicks at 1. Somehow, this late in the match, both of these competitors have the strength to kick out early on. But what has Rey got planned here? It's a sit-down powerbomb. A little stomp to the back just for good measure. Officials getting in Rey's way. Rey Carlos will be a fan of that. And there's the frog splash. Could this be the pin for the win right here? No, Carlos has kicked it too once again. But I feel like he's got one more up his sleeve. What a dive from the top turnbuckle. Now you're hearing the Madhouse crowd wanting them to fight forever. They very easily could, I think, if they wish. Now, okay. Rey finally had his hands uninterrupted on the kendo stick. Could have gone in with it, just slammed it down as a threat and then puts it back down. Makes sense, I guess. Oh. There we go. The submission is now locked in by Carlos. Is Rey going to be in a position to tap? He has taken quite a bit of flack. No, Carlos has let go of the hold. Okay. Few hits up and a kick to the spine just for good measure. Could this be what floors Rey? There's two. Carlos with the dub. Here is your winner, Carlos. Carlos here scores the victory over her mentor Rey Mysterio. Does a little dance just for good measure, and revenge is a dish best served cold. Happy birthday, Carlos. Happy birthday.